I'm Ken Anderson with Profoam. Today I'm going to take you on a little road trip to see a spray foam rig that has not been used for a couple of weeks. What's happening is that the moisture is getting through the A-side hose and starting to react with the isocyanate. I'll show you what that looks like. As soon as I get set up, I'll bring it back and I'll show you what's going on. The way I'm set up right now is I have run my air compressor so my air tank is full of air, but I turn the compressor off just so we could hear. I don't need the machine on. The transfer pump should be able to push fluid all the way through the system. I'm going to end up opening this valve on the ISO side over my bucket. Here's my bucket, with a 5-gallon bucket with a trash bag in it. I want to see what comes out. Let's take a look and I'll explain it. As I open that valve, I get chemical coming out. You see how it's all frothy and kind of white? That froth is actually carbon dioxide bubbles in the ISO. Carbon dioxide is a chemical reaction when moisture reacts with the isocyanate. So I know that this is starting to react inside my hose. And before long, that would turn to crystals and block that hose up solid. So I run it down the side of the bag so I can see that froth easier. See how it's turning to a froth still? Right there. I want to make sure that liquid runs real clear without any froth. In fact, if I have about a half a gallon of froth in there, well, let's say a quart, I'm going to run 2 or 3 gallons of clear fluid to make sure I've got all of that out of there. So once I think that's clear, I just keep running and running to ensure that that hose will be all right. If we don't do this, that will turn to crystals and lock that hose up. Another thing is I don't want to put that back into the drum. I know there's moisture in there. It's going to continue to react and turn into crystals and become trash inside my drum. So I do not recirculate it back into the drum, and at least until I know I have good clear fluid for quite a while. Then I can recirc back in the drum if I want. So I just want to show you that. I think that's a pretty good thing that you hardly ever see anybody else talking about. So just wanted to give you that tip. So you can see that froth that was coming out of the A side. That's the carbon dioxide bubbles. It's actually a byproduct of the isocyanate mixing and reacting with water molecules that get through the hose. That eventually turns to crystals, can lock up your hose. Now on the B side, it's not uncommon if you're spraying closed cell to see it frothing up when it's hot. That's a completely different thing. That's just trying to boil the blowing agent out. But on the A side should not be frothing. That is a reaction with water or water molecules. So we really want to prevent that. If you're not going to be using your spray foam rig, keep purging that A side out. Or if it's for a long period of time, we'll actually flush that out and put a storage solution in. So keep your spray foam rig moving, go get a job, spray something with it, and you'll be just fine. I'm Ken Anderson with Profoam. Thanks for watching.